work. Understand yourself first. You can absolutely do this in a relationship as long as y'all are communicating and understanding each other enough to be on y'all journeys together.
Hey y'all! Welcome back to another episode of my podcast. This is currently episode number 3, y'all. 3rd time's a charm. That's a lucky number. Why? If it's odd, because I'm odd. Anyway, so back to the segment. So today's episode is going to be a little different. This one is going to be more like a off the dome kind of thing. Just going to have like a topic and try to stick to it. Today's video is the 3 most important things to make a relationship work. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I am not a trained professional.
Nene, you ready to go home?
No. What a time to be alive. For one, to be in a relationship, I feel like you need to understand why you're in a relationship. And I feel like the first thing that comes to people's head when someone says this is like, yeah, like I want to have a partner, like I want to be with somebody. Like some things can be surface level, and then it's just like some things y'all take a little too lightly to me. Like you are with someone for the aesthetic. You like the look of it. You like to show off. You like to take pictures. You like to record. You like to show it off. It's not something that you genuinely want to do for yourself. Some people are also in a relationship to fill a void. A lot of people are afraid of being alone. I've witnessed this, y'all. It's crazy. I think it's unhealedness masked as love. And I feel like that's why a lot of y'all relationships don't last, because y'all jumping from broken person to broken person. And nobody's getting healed. You know, hurt people hurt people. It's respect. Second is love. And then third is understanding. I feel, okay, y'all, I believe. So first is respect. Of course, respect comes down to you. You have to respect yourself to be in a relationship. And by respecting yourself, I mean by boundaries.
It's how you carry yourself, like what you hang around, what you associate yourself with.
All of that plays into self-respect. If you go into a relationship and you don't respect yourself, you don't have boundaries. So you don't know what you're willing to put up with. You don't respect yourself, you allow someone to treat you how you feel about yourself. That's a lot of people's situation nowadays too. Like they feel like, oh my God, I can't get no better, like I deserved it. So you're getting all this done to you because you feel like this is what you deserve. You need to respect yourself more than your partner, and then you respect your partner. Respect goes hand in hand. More so important to respect yourself, to know what you're willing to deal with, which is how we go into the next one. Love, right? Love is a feeling and in action. The feeling of love, all emotions are temporary. Like no emotion just stays forever. Like it's gonna disappear. People go into relationships with the idea that, oh, because I don't feel like butterflies when I see you no more, or I don't feel how I felt in the beginning. You know, you want to be in a honeymoon stage the entire relationship. No, like, so with love, you have to understand that feeling that you felt when y'all first got together fleets. So it's gonna come back, but I feel like it's periods of it. Love is a choice to cycle and relearn each other over and over, because people change over time. You know what I'm saying? People change and develop into different people. So if you are not willing to date your person at different stages of their life, think about yourself. You're changing as a person from the age that you are conscious up until your adult life, up until whatever age you are right now. You're looking back like, dang, wow. And that's when you realize it's love. Wow, I've chosen to love this person through all this. You have to be aware of yourself. You have to know yourself like the back of your hand. Like, by the back of my hand, like, you should be able to look like, dang, I didn't have this a few hours ago. Like, what's this on my... You need to know yourself like that. You have to understand yourself to know how to deal with another person, to know how to be dealt with by another person. Looking at your past self and seeing how unhealed you were, and they stayed through that. And that plays into the other part of understanding. Understanding is kind of tied or associated with the action of love. Like it's a component of it. It's a part of it. You cannot get one without the other for it to be. And if it's just the feeling without the action, it's not love, baby. That might be limerence. Like it's an attachment. A lot of people are missing parts in their life or trying to fill a void with another person. And another person is never going to be able to fill yourself up like you will yourself. If you don't know how to fill your own plate, it's accountability. Understand who you are as a person. Understand what you're doing wrong. Understand how to not make that decision by looking at what caused it the first time. Pattern recognition. And it's not as hard as it sounds. This is trial and error. Literally. You do it over and over again until your mind sees this as a pattern. You start to notice a habit after a while. Like, wow, I done did this a couple of times. And then it becomes an addiction. Now it's your personality, it's who you are, it's who you're becoming, it's what you sit in. Back to understanding being a component of love. Be in a relationship with a person for a while, and the honeymoon stage kind of alters a little bit. When you first get in a relationship, you can sometimes idolize a person. Think about a celebrity life. You stop seeing your partner as a human and more so in like a objective way, in an object kind of way. Like you're a centerpiece. Like when you idolize something, something is put on a pedestal. What do you put on pedestals? Trophies. Trophies. These are things. This is not like a subject kind of thing. It's more so objective. So you're looking at them as an object, like, oh, they can't do no wrong. Like, you're only looking at the delusion that you made them to be without knowing who they actually are first. Sometimes this could be blinding for some people, and you don't realize you're delusional. You're looking at something that you created in your head. And in a relationship, you're with someone long enough, you start to realize, okay, you are human. You just like me. Like, you just like me. And a lot of people don't like themselves, which is why they try to go and idolize somebody else. They try to find somebody that they want to be like. Or you either find somebody that you want to be like, something you want to take from. It's selfish. You get what I'm saying? You're trying to feel something with someone else. As you go through this stage and you start to realize who a person actually is, you start to see some flaws. Some people sever at this point of a relationship because it's just like, oh my God. Some people never get out of this constant loop of idolizing their partner, so they continue to go to honeymoon phase to honeymoon phase. This is to go into the conversation that I mean, like what you need to make it work. You get to this point, you see a flaw, and it's like, okay, my altar is broken of the perception I had of them. This is the choice. This is the action of love. This is where understanding comes in. I understand. This is who they actually are. We can work on this. Communication. These are subcategories, but the main things is respect, love, and then understand. All of this plays into a part with someone you understand. To understand something, you gotta communicate. It's all subcategories of what they connect into. And by the time you're finished understanding, you back in love. You back in love. Whatever you idolize, now you actually seeing a person for who they are. Their soul. For who they actually are as a person. You've chosen. This is the action of love. I choose you. I see you. Like, I understand why you are the way you are. Now let's work on this. And now you back in love. Now y'all actually have an emotional connection outside of the pedestal you put them on. Now we see you as another person. Back to respect. You start to gain a respect for this person as you see them grow in a relationship. You have to understand a person. Like, y'all have to understand each other. After understanding yourself, understanding what triggers you, understanding why you're making wrong decisions. Now, after you take accountability, like, dang, this is the part that I played in it. Now you can go to your partner like, all right, I think you did this, and this triggered me, which caused me to act this way. I understand your reaction to what I just did, to what triggered me. Even though you triggered me, it was a problem that I had within myself, which allowed you to trigger something in me. So now it's back into this loop. As you see y'all develop in y'all relationship more, now that respect for the other person comes into part. Respect. Now it's like, wow, I respect you. Now y'all could disagree. Y'all are not going to always agree. That doesn't mean you've fallen out of love. That doesn't mean you don't understand them. The point of understanding is trying. As long as you are trying to understand where they're coming from. As long as you're trying to hear and not respond. A lot of people like to, talk back and forth. They like to cut you off because they don't want to let go of their thought. They so stuck in their ego that they don't want to let their own thought disappear. Like, dang, if you talk over me, I'm going to forget what I was thinking. Now I feel like you're brainwashing me. No, sometimes you need to actually sit and listen to another person to understand, like, what they're pointing out. This is a sign about what's going on with you. It's like I said, a relationship is a mirror. You have to understand this person is going to reveal, like, who you really are, and sometimes that triggers people. And this can turn into domestic violence, emotional, physical, any way that it may turn into anything. It may turn into a person being avoidant, like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. Like, they don't know how to deal with that. If you don't know how to deal with your problems yourself, you can't deal with problems in a relationship. It's going to be in bad. Yes, that's all I got for today. I don't try to talk y'all head off. So, I hope y'all got something from it.
Choosing. This is an agreement between you two, a relationship. A serious, committed one. I am choosing to be with you, and I am choosing to level up with you. That doesn't mean y'all always going to be at the same pace. Sometimes you may go at different speeds, but y'all don't always align back up. Y'all don't always align back up as long as y'all understand each other.
I hope y'all can exercise what y'all learned from this. Take this in y'all relationship.